Day 3 at Automechanika Birmingham, and again, it's just as busy as before. If you've not been, you have missed out. There is a load of new technologies on display from around the aftermarket and beyond. This impressive car on the Bosch stand, well, it just showcases all of the new stuff that you guys in the garage industry will need to know. The various different sensor packs, ECUs, even a fuel cell stack up the front, as well as the various different cameras that seem to be replacing wing mirrors these days. It's really important to stay up to date with technology, and Automechanika Birmingham has been an opportunity for all of the 20,000 people who have come here to do just that through the various different seminars, meetings, so on and so forth. Let's have a quick run round and see what happened on the last day of Automechanika Birmingham 2023.
Amazing. It's been 4 years. It's been emotional for a lot of people, I think. It's been so long since this event's been held, but 20,000 professionals have all got together the last 3 days, and it's been amazing. I mean, I've seen a lot of people I haven't seen those years, and I know everyone here themselves feels the same. The exhibitors talking have been saying, how amazing it is to be back to face-to-face shows. So yeah, great feeling. As organisers, we're happy if the visitors and the exhibitors are happy. And the feedback we've had the last 3 days has just been incredible. Some of the comments we've had, the exhibitors have been really happy with the quality and the quantity of the visitors who have come. So, they've seen real decision makers, across the breadth of the industry. And the visitors have felt there's been a really strong exhibitor lineup as well. So, it's the biggest lineup of exhibitors we've had since 2017. So really strong number, and the quality's been really there as well. And then we had record visitor numbers here. So the biggest Automechanika for visitors ever. The exhibitors, a lot of the exhibitors have made a real effort as well in the work that they've done to make their stands exciting, which I think is fantastic. So it's firmly established now. And we have our sister event, the UK Garage and Body Shop event, which is purely for end users, garages and body shops, and that's a really strong event as well, and that will alternate in the even years with Automechanika Birmingham. I think what we say to the visitors is, if you give up 1 day of your time to come to this show, it pays back several times over, because what you learn here to help you make your business relevant and to help you grow your business is just so crucial. So if you're serious about your business, whether that you're an employee of a company or whether it's your own business, I think what you can learn here today in terms of new innovations, new training, new techniques. I mean, we had 200 hours of free skills training for people. So, if you want to get ahead, and so much is changing right now, I think you really need to be here. And for the exhibitors on their side, they really want to start to engage more with their customers, and not just their direct customers, their garages, their workshops as well, because they are really relevant, and they want to really get feedback from those customers as well. We've had a real interest around EV this year. I mean, I think the show has really delivered useful and relevant content for them. But I think in future shows, at the UK Garage and Body Shop event next year and the next Automechanika Birmingham in 2 years, that EV section will be much bigger. We're seeing real interest from it. At the end of the day, I think there's a lot of exhibitors who weren't here as well this year who have shown interest in being back. So I think there'll be more big brands here in future years as well. So I think more and more content, more relevant exhibitors for the audience. And we're always looking to grow the show in terms of interesting content. So we're already getting feedback now about what some of those areas are. And the team over the next 2 years will have plenty of time to develop it.
Very pleased to be here. We're here as VLS, as you can see. VLS, we are celebrating our 10th anniversary this year. And we see VLS as an integral part of the automotive aftermarket, so being at Automechanika is something we needed to do. Many of our customers are here, end users are here, so making sure that the oil standards in the UK are as high as possible, that's our objective, and as I said, here to celebrate our 10th anniversary. We saw a challenge originally when trading standards were unable to actually help the consumer and help the customers on some of the sales and marketing claims that were being made. And that's when trading standards came to us and said, you're the oil industry, you're the UK Lubricants Association, is there nothing you can do to help? So hence VLS was created. And in fact, the whole thing is closed loop effectively now. We work back with trading standards, and if we bring in all our technicians anonymously to investigate any claims, and at the end of that process, if we're unable to resolve it with the companies that are manufacturing or making those claims, then we can always refer to trading standards again with the evidence that we have. I think 2013 was when we started to see the whole efficiency and economy drive in passenger vehicle and light commercial. We saw 1 litre engines, 3 cylinders, super high revving, 100 brake horsepower. I mean, this was amazing. But of course, it put immense pressure on the actual lubricants and the coolants, for example. So less weight, less oil, doing more. So the technology had to move fast. And of course, since then, it's just magnified. We now have FEVs where the engine will be running, the vehicle, will be running at 60 miles an hour, and the engine then needs to turn on. Stone cold, carrying a lot of battery weight, needs to react quickly, do the coolant, do the lubrication. So we're seeing a huge amount of change, or have in the last 10 years. And also something we talked about is we're seeing the vehicle park aging. There's more complexity in emissions, DPFs, catalytic converters, turbochargers, all need to be looked after by the engine oil. And if you don't fit the right engine oil, then you're going to have problems with that vehicle and its reliability. This show is important to us, first of all, because we wanted to celebrate the 10th year, but we're talking to and listening to a lot of the workshops, a lot of the wholesalers and motor factors that we know well. I mean, some of the motor factors now sit on our association here, which is great because they can help us and give us advice. We're getting feedback from the workshops on what we can do more of, what's working for them is really important to us. So it should be a good show. It's a busy show, and we're really enjoying it.
The show's been very busy. A lot of new customers come to see us, a lot of existing customers come to see us. Great for the brand. A lot of people at the show as well, which is always beneficial for us. Very good, very good. A bit sceptical before we came because it's been a while since we actually did Automechanika Birmingham. We've done Automechanika Frankfurt, obviously, but very, very pleased so far, and the reception that as a company we've had has been very good.
How's it going for you guys?
Well, for our perspective, it's growing. I know it shouldn't be, because if you read all the media, we all know about electric vehicles and 2030 onwards, but our growth is in export. We're exporting all over Europe. We've got good business in the UK, but the growth is in the European market, and for us, it's going upwards. And I don't see any change. Every month it's going up because of the quality and the brand. But for some strange reason, and I agree with what you say, there's a lot of anti about diesels, but our growth is in diesel particulate filters. Due to legislation changes in certain countries in Europe where they're doing particulate tests, there's a more renewal of diesel particulate filters, but that seems to be the growth for now. We'll see what happens next year and going forward.
We've come here just to reconnect with some of our sellers, some of our tier one brands, maintain our relationships with them, and get talking to customers, sellers, and find out, get feedback on the platform and try and make the platform better for them. And yeah, just with being the number one marketplace for vehicle parts and accessories in the UK, it makes sense for us to be at such a massive event. To be honest, it's been one of the better shows we've done. It's been very fruitful. All the conversations we've had and all the sellers that have come over to us to speak to us, we've got a lot of information out of them. We've got a lot of feedback from them, and yeah, we'll be able to put that into practice and feed it back to the other people in the company. Yeah, I think eBay just offers such a wide variety of products and product portfolios. We have obviously our massive used parts proposition, which is growing year over year. Our certified green parts sellers. We also have a wide variety of aftermarket parts, and on top of that, we also are home to some of the tier one top OEM brands as well. So we offer all sorts of value across the board, no matter what you're looking for. If you're looking for a tier one OEM part, if you're looking for a recycled part, or you're looking for an aftermarket part for a bit of value, we have it all in house. It was bought damaged, and all the parts were sourced at a fraction of the price of which you'd get them from Lamborghini, and sourced from one of our green part sellers online. So we were able to put the car together, and as you can see, and as you've seen over the weekend, it's drawn a lot of attention. It's a good way to get people in, get people talking to us.
So this year's Automechanika has seen a number of companies bring various different games, gizmos, fun gadgets, you name it, all in the name of interactivity. And it really wouldn't be Automechanika Birmingham if I wasn't giving some of these a go and making a fool of myself, hence the comma headband here. One of the prizes you can win for the reaction game, or the strength test, I suppose it is. Wish me luck. And that was 876 on the hammer, which is only 100 off the top, so I'm quite pleased with that. And got a drink as well.